Rich, I don't hear you, buddy. So let me look at your routing here. So it looks like you have B1 and B2 selected. So that means that you should be transmitting to StreamYard. So are you muted in StreamYard? You should never be muted in StreamYard.
Rich should not be.
I was muted
There
in
we go.
StreamYard for some reason.
I'm aware. Never mute yourself in StreamYard, but we still do have some echo. I hear myself. Testing. So that means that somebody's
Oh, that's me.
Somebody's output is not correctly.
There we go. That was me.
Okay.
Got it.
Go ahead.
I think that's everything, right?
No,
Rich, you there?
not yet.
Yep, I'm here. Can you hear us?
Andy, you're there?
I'm here.
All right. Finally, everybody. Jesus! Ah!
Hey. Perspective. That was 15 minutes. That's pretty...
Yeah, it's just...
No, that was 30 minutes.
Hey, Nick, can you close my door when you get a chance? Everything's good.
Every other time, it's been like a fucking
Close my
hour!
door. Everything's good.
Ah!
Did you guys make sure all your stream
All right.
are
Bye,
turned
Justin.
off?
You guys, I don't know how to explain to you how fucking hard it is to get this goddamn program to work. But we finally did. We're here. We're streaming. Hello. Thank you for coming.
Okay.
All right, and I'm telling the author right now, through endless tech difficulties, we're finally live. Okay, so today we are streaming ourselves doing voices for the Bones at Point No Point episode. I didn't even pull up my schedule now. What are we? Episode 1, scene 5 with the video?
Yep.
Let's see.
Okay.
Are we going to be doing the other two sets we were supposed to do on Thursday with Andy?
Not today.
Okay.
Nope, we're just gonna do what's scheduled for today.
Gotcha.
All right, episode 1, scene 5. So, this is gonna be just Detective Ridley and what was her first name again? Something D'Antonia. Lorraine D'Antonia. So for anyone who is here who is a fan of this series, you know who Lorraine D'Antonia is. And if you don't want any spoilers for this, if you guys are sensitive about that and this behind the scenes is going to be too much and it's going to, kill the mystery for you, get the fuck out of here. Because we got to tell you that Andy Parsnow will be playing 2 villains in this book, and they're twins. And so Lorraine D'Antonia is going to... They're different characters, though. Very different. Because they're raised in different environments. So what we're going to be doing today is Lorraine D'Antonia, who is going to be... she's like the Patsy of the whole book, right? Her twin sister is the one who's been doing all the killings, but Lorraine kind of like turned herself in and confessed to the crimes in order to cover for her sister. So Lorraine D'Antonia is more timid, kind of more inward, but spacey at the same time. Like she's kind of got this... I don't know, something broke in her brain probably when she found out what her sister's been up to. And I think because she's invited all of this hatred towards herself to protect her sister, I think that's really warped her mind. So what we have here is Detective Ridley, Detective Ridley interrogating her in a video that he's going to be showing to the main character. And both of these characters that are watching this and the one that's actually in the video believe her to have been the actual murderer. So they're going to be talking about her like, she's this horrible evil, which, to be fair, that's what she wants them to believe as well. But we have here just this really strange, weighty interrogation that's going to happen between Ridley and D'Antonia that's going to basically sell everybody on the fact that D'Antonia is the killer. But if you actually know the story, then we also want that subtext to be there where it's like, well, if you know, she's not the actual killer. And so we want some of that clue in there as well, to make it not obvious. So this is going to be tricky. This is a really, really fun character piece, and I'm fucking very excited that we have Andy Parsons here to portray this character. I don't know if I would trust any other actors with this one, so I'm really, really happy to be here with her. So, Andy, thank you so
Jeff.
much
That was
for
so
coming.
sweet.
Yeah, Justin, are you ready?
Just pulling up scene 5 here.
So, Rich, since we're in scene 5 in the scene 5 set, and what we're going to be doing is inserting the video audio into the scenes in which they're watching it. Right? So what we want to do is we want to have like just a completely separate section of this set. So if we can just like go all the way to the end and then make some extra space and create a locator that just says this is audio for the video. So we're not going to worry about the narration, right? We're just going to recreate this video in audio. And that's all we're concerned with, because once that's together, then the editing can just say, okay, well, here's the video playing, here's it stopping, and now other things are happening. If we just keep it intact here, it's going to be less confusing.
Okay.
All right. So we have the script in front of us here, and let's go on down to where we know that the video is playing.
About here.
There we go.
Please say your name. That's where we're starting?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, that's where we're starting. Okay, so Andy?
Is there an accent for Lorraine or anything like that I need to know? How old is she?
I don't think so. So. She is going to be older, in her mid 40s to 50s somewhere.
Okay.
I mean, would it make a difference because between like a East Coast or a West Coast accent or something?
I don't think so. I think if we just keep it Midwest, keep it non-specific to any region, I think we'll be all right. I think that Lorraine did grow up in Hansville or in Washington. Maybe. Wait, I can't remember now which one was which, and that's another reason not to mess with the accents, because I can't remember. It's kind of convoluted, you know. Once you get through the story, it's like, okay, where is Lorraine from, and which? So we gotta keep it neutral. But yeah, I think she's gonna be almost kind of a childish mind.
Okay.
So try to act that, Andrea.
Try to act the ageless, mindless person to pretend to being another person. Fucking no problem. We got Andy here. Andy will handle it. I've got this. I'm joking. Don't worry. I hope. I pray.
Okay. So for this, we're here doing things simultaneously for a reason. So one thing that I want us to do more of in this particular production and in future productions, but this is like the beginning, or sort of just one that we're thinking more about it, is we want to feel the presence of both characters, even when one of them's not talking and the other is talking. Right? That doesn't mean we have to go overboard with it. That doesn't mean you have to be making noise the whole time. But that does mean that you can react to what he's saying, or you can do the opposite of reacting to what he's saying and be audibly ignoring him. you can make choices as the character without lines and be vocal, but we just don't want to overdo it. As long as you're there, as long as you're in the scene with Detective Ridley and listening to what he's saying as your character, I think those things will naturally come out. So that's why we're recording both of you guys simultaneously. All right, so Ridley, let's get some direction for you. Yes, you're a really good cop. You're a good detective. And, you got to where you are in your job for a reason. You're smart and you're tough, right? But this is still the most fucked up shit you've ever witnessed, you've ever heard of, really, for a person to be doing, right? So you are approaching this professionally. You have strategy, right? You are wanting to create a connection and be invited into D'Antonia's mind, right? But you are disgusted to your core.
Yeah.
Right? So that's going to be hard for anybody. And even though you're a great cop, you're a cop in Hansville where nothing ever happens.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Okay. So, cold, sterile interrogation room. Fluorescent lights. Right? You're being witnessed through the glass and by the camera. Maybe Ridley will look up at the camera once in a while. Okay. Cold metal desk, table, I guess.
Yep.
Cold metal chairs. Okay. All right. Anything else that you guys want from the scene before you get started?
No, I don't think so. I think I'm ready to jump in for a
Give it
take.
a shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's give it a shot. Start from please state your name. And Ridley, go ahead and enter and sit down. Let's hear those. Let's hear all that.
Okay.
And Lorraine, you've been there for a while, waiting relatively patiently.
Okay. You guys are ready to go. Recording in 3, 2, 1, action.
Please state your name.
Lorraine D'Antonia.
Thank you, Ms. D'Antonia. I'm Detective Ridley Calvin of the Kitsap County Sheriff's Department. I appreciate you meeting with me today. I'm here because a kidnapping and murder occurred recently, and I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Oh, you are so tall.
I am.
I'm only 5'2". I've been reading a lot lately. Harry Potter. You're as big as Hagrid.
I took my kids to the Harry Potter exhibit in Seattle once, and they had Hagrid's chair from the movie set for people to sit in, so I took pictures of my kids in it, and they looked tiny. Then I sat in it, and my kids laughed because it looked just the right size.
Cut. Good. Very good. Okay. Okay. I don't know why we're back here. We need to be over on the other, no, we're not doing this. I had said specifically that we're going to isolate what we're recording here into the video.
Okay. So let's move this over here.
Into the video?
Yes, because we're just doing the video as one whole scene. There we go.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
Okay.
See. Yeah.
So we can have other locators just to break up the stuff between the narrator bits. So yeah, there we go. All right. So let's retake that one. Let's just try again. D'Antonia, let's try a 5% reduction in expressiveness.
Okay.
Okay. A little more artificiality, maybe.
Okay.
Just the tiniest bit. Already, I'm feeling good about it. So.
Okay, guys are ready to go. Recording in 3, 2, 1, action.
Please state your name.
Lorraine D'Antonia.
Thank you, Miss D'Antonia. I'm Detective Ridley Calvin of the Kitsap County Sheriff's Department. I appreciate you meeting with me today. I'm here because a kidnapping and murder occurred recently, and I'd like to ask you a few questions.
You are so tall.
I am.
I'm only 5'2". I've been reading a lot lately. Harry Potter. You are as big as Hagrid.
I took my kids to the Harry Potter exhibit in Seattle once, and they had Hagrid's chair from the movie set for people to sit in. So, I took pictures of my kids in it, and they looked tiny. Then I sat in it, and my kids laughed because it looked just the right size.
Cut. All right, I'm loving this. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Oh, this is good. Okay, let's go on to the next bit.
Starting
So
at...
it looks like, what would you like to ask me, Mr. Calvin?
Yeah. I wasn't sure if we were going to get a high sign for the recording. I didn't want to start talking before it.
Oh no, that's correct. Rich is gonna say action before anything happens.
Yep.
Thank you.
Recording happens.
Okay, you guys all ready to go?
Yeah.
All right. Recording in 3, 2, 1, action.
What would you like to ask me, Mr. Calvin?
Please, Mr. Calvin's my father. Call me Rid. Now, I want to say, we know you had nothing to do with what I'm here to talk about, and I'm not here to relitigate the past, what happened in Seattle or New York.
I loved those children, and they loved me.
Cut. Very good. Let's hear one more time. Let's just redo it. Andy, that last line, I want to hear a little bit of fear.
Okay.
Okay. And actually, I wanted to get one little thing from you, Justin, that's not like actually that we should have done for the last scene. I want to hear just let's isolate this and just save this for something to use later. A little bit of a, like you're laughing with her, trying, you know how she laughs at the end there? Like I want you to laugh as if you're, yeah, you're going along with it, right? Just something that's just, it's going to sound false from you too. So can we just get a chuckle from you there?
Sure.
And Rich, like, let's just isolate this somewhere. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Let's go like at the end of the other scene, the first scene.
Closer to the first scene.
At the end of the first scene.
Here?
No. Stop moving
the new
it.
clip will
Just
go
go.
in
Just
between
start
these
from
two
the end of
scenes.
the first scene. We're just getting a little chuckle from Justin.
Okay. So we'll start from here.
Go to the end. Okay.
No.
What? The end. What? Go to the end of the scene that we were just talking about.
So the very first clip.
Go to
that
the first scene that we were
recorded,
started on today.
Yes, right
The
here.
end of
All
the
right,
first scene
go to
that
the end of this.
The first clip.
Okay,
Yeah.
right here.
There we go. All right.
Yeah.
Make some more space here. Okay. All right, if you guys are ready.
Yep.
All right. Going in 3, 2, 1, action.
Yeah, and then one more, just a little bit more on it.
Okay.
There we go. That's it. That's as much as we want from him. Okay, good. All right, let's go back to the other scene. Sorry about that, guys. We're starting from the top of this second segment here. Starting from, is there something you wanted to ask me? That's D'Antonia. What would you like to ask me is what it was. There we go. Also, this line, Andy, do a poor job of flirting.
Oh, fair. Okay.
Okay. Going in 3, 2, 1, action.
What would you like to ask me, Mr. Calvin?
Please, Mr. Calvin is my father. Call me Rid. Now, I want to say we know you had nothing to do with what I'm here to talk about, and I'm not here to relitigate the past. What happened in Seattle or New York.
I loved those children, and they loved me.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. Good. Okay. Next, unless you guys want to try again, next bit. I feel very comfortable with this. You guys are killing
good.
it.
Yeah, I'm feeling good too. Keep it moving.
Okay. You guys good to go?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, action.
Do you know anyone who might have admired you? Might have wanted to celebrate holidays with babies the way you did?
Cut. Sorry. One sec. Let's ignore these lines between the two VFX lines here, because we're in the video. They're talking over the video. I think a good way for us to create space here for us to be able to hear that, maybe, D'Antonia, you can kind of like
Good call.
giggle to yourself and kind of like think and prepare to say the celebrate. Yes, like
Okay.
like you need to get over your blushing or something,
Okay.
and you can take your time with that.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's try one more time.
Going again in 3, 2, 1, action.
Do you know anyone who might have admired you? Might have... Sorry, my chest just gurgled. Let me start that again.
All right, do another take. All right. 3, 2, oh, what the heck? Okay. 3, 2, 1, action.
Do you know anyone who might have admired you? Might have wanted to celebrate holidays with babies the way you did?
Well, celebrate. Yes, you get it. Those babies loved the holidays, just like I do. I think my chair made a noise. Those babies loved the holidays, just like I do. No, I can't think of anyone.
Did you ever have any help when you took the children? A boyfriend? Maybe a girlfriend?
I like boys.
And what about after you were arrested? Did anyone contact you to find out about the case? Anyone who seemed especially interested?
My lawyers.
Other than them?
Is someone out in the world celebrating with new babies the way I did?
Yes. That's what I'm here about.
But who?
Well, like I said, that's why I'm here, Miss D'Antonia. I'll ask you directly. Can you think of anyone you might have talked to about the specific nature of what you did? The details? Someone who might know the things you did, who would want to do them similarly?
What was the name of the handsome one?
I'm sorry?
The one who arrested me in New York.
Arresting officer was Thomas Austin.
Yes, Austin. He asked a lot of questions.
That was his job, Miss D'Antonia.
He was not as big as you.
Few are.
You are bigger than most.
I am.
He was not. But he is more handsome.
Good. Good cut. Fuck. Okay, this is so good. All right, guys, let's try one more.
Yeah.
Fuck, but I don't know. I don't have any other direction to give. It's just like, yeah, I don't know. Let's see what happens with another one.
Yeah, might as well do another take.
There's one area that I'm looking forward to doing again. Yeah, it was the
Same.
throat clear. Yeah. it was the throat clear that I did, though. Well, it was actually too real of a...
Mine was the 5-second pause where I didn't see the rest of my line on the second page. I was just like, holidays, just like I do.
Yeah, awkward silence. Awkward
No, I
silence,
can't think of
awkward-
anyone.
Pause for applause. And,
That's a sitcom pause right there.
yeah.
Okay, real quick, Andy, you had said
Yes.
something about your chair squeaking.
Yes.
Making a.
My chair
Don't
popped.
worry.
That's
Don't
okay, actually.
Don't worry about that shit at all. In fact, especially for this particular scene, because we're hearing a recording of a room that
Yeah.
stuff's
That they're
happening
sitting
and
in
chairs
chairs.
will be
Okay.
creaking. So
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
fair,
I was
fair,
actually
fair,
like,
fair.
oh, good. That's great.
yeah.
Well done.
The springs are worn out in this chair, so it goes blang every once in a while when I lean forward. It just makes these obnoxious noises. Okay.
Okay, so do you know anyone who might have admired you
Yeah.
from there? Ready for take two on this one?
Okay.
Oh, do you want me to do the long pause underneath the other two lines again, or was that okay? And we can just keep going forward from there. Starting
Yeah,
from
do
celebrate,
the
yes. Okay.
yeah, do the same thing.
Okay.
Okay. You guys ready? Gonna go back into it in 3, 2, 1, action. Oh, hold on.
Excuse me, sorry.
Nice.
Damn it! You weren't
Nice.
recording.
Miss D'Antonia, this is a serious investigation.
Excuse me, I'm so sorry.
Okay, good.
Christ almighty. Murderers, am I right?
Right.
All right. Going back into it in 3, 2, 1, action.
Do you know anyone who might have admired you, might have wanted to celebrate holidays with babies the way you did?
Well, celebrate. Yes, you get it. Those babies loved the holidays, just like I do. No, I can't think of anyone.
Did you ever have any help when you took the children? A boyfriend, maybe a girlfriend?
I like boys.
And what about after you were arrested? Did anyone contact you to find out about the case? Anyone who seemed especially interested?
My lawyers.
Other than them?
Is someone out in the world celebrating with new babies the way I did?
Yes. That's what I'm here about.
But who?
Well, like I said, that's why I'm here, Miss D'Antonia. Well, like I said, that's why I'm here, Miss D'Antonia. I'll ask you directly. Can you think of anyone you might have talked to about the specific nature of what you did? The details, someone who might know the things you did, who would want to do them similarly?
What was the name of the handsome one?
I'm sorry?
The one who arrested me in New York.
Arresting officer was Thomas Austin.
Yes, Austin. He asked a lot of questions.
That was his job, Miss D'Antonia.
He was not as big as you.
Few are.
You are bigger than most.
I am.
He was not. But he is more handsome.
Cut. Good. All right.
I think there might have been a little bit
I
of
like
clipping
it.
there for a sec.
I would
What
say.
was the
let's
name of the
just get-
handsome one?
Yeah, something happened here.
Ooh. Yeah, there's
That's
some
glitchy.
artifacts in there. That's all right. I did want to do one more just for really for fun, but let's see. There's one particular line. Oh yeah, Justin, I just wanted to try when she asks about the arresting officer. I want you to look through your files first to find it.
Sure.
Real quick,
okay.
I know I remember this being mentioned on Wednesday from Sin. How are we pronouncing D'Antonia?
So
D'Antonia.
D'Antonia.
Okay.
Or D'Antonia. Like there's
It can go either way.
the different characters will say it slightly differently. That's kind of how we determined it.
Okay.
I would say, Andy, the way you're pronouncing it is the way I pronounce it, D'Antonia. And then like some people will, I think Ridley's been pronouncing it D'Antonia. So I think if you guys pronounce it differently, it's fine. It's not a problem. These are characters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We taking it back from the top of that part?
Yep.
Okay.
One more time. Yep. You guys are doing
And
excellent.
I won't start
with it, though.
making
I
the
mean,
noise
is
early
so
this
good.
time. Sorry, Justin.
Awesome, thank you. No, you're good. Just calm down.
But I wanted to laugh. I was excited.
Okay. Guys, good to go?
Yeah.
All right. Going in 3, 2, 1, action.
Do you know anyone who might have admired you? Might have wanted to celebrate holidays with babies the way you did?
Well, celebrate. Yes, you get it. Those babies loved the holidays, just like I do. No, I can't think of anyone.
Did you ever have any help when you took the children? A boyfriend, maybe a girlfriend?
I like boys.
And what about after you were arrested? Did anyone contact you to find out about the case? Anyone who seemed especially interested?
My lawyers.
Other than them?
Is someone out in the world celebrating with new babies the way I did?
Yes. That's what I'm here about.
But who?
Well, like I said, that's why I'm here, Miss D'Antonia. I'll ask you directly. Can you think of anyone you might have talked to about the specific nature of what you did? The details? Someone who might know the things you did, who would want to do them similarly?
What was the name of the handsome one?
I'm sorry.
The one who arrested me in New York.
Arresting officer was Thomas Austin.
Yes, Austin. He asked a lot of questions.
That was his job, Miss D'Antonia.
He was not as big as you.
Few are.
You are bigger than most.
I am.
He was not. But he was more handsome. But he is more handsome.
Cut. Great. I think, Justin, this last bit here, this is you for this part, for sure.
Great.
Okay, I'm happy with all these takes. I just want one more line from D'Antonia, the one that's "I like boys," and I just want to experiment with that one particular line.
Yeah.
Which, if we can find that real
Just gonna
quick.
get some water.
Someone out in the world. What was the one who.
That's early on, right?
No. I like boys.
Okay.
Okay, so I want you to take this one as if you're a little bit offended that he would imply that you might be gay.
Okay. Oh, I did not spot that. Okay, yeah, absolutely. There we go.
Yeah, kind of like, get uncomfortable.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. If you're to go, recording in 3, 2, 1, action.
Rich, what was that?
Oh,
Oh,
sorry, I
he-
got my
he said
mute
he
mixed up. Sorry. All right. Sorry. All right. Going in. 3, 2, 1, action.
I like boys. I like boys.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, cut.
Oh,
Good.
okay.
Perfect.
Awesome. Thank you. By the way, I said that so vehemently because I missed that cue. That was absolutely correct, your read on it. Not
Right.
because I think it would be ridiculous that someone would suggest.
Right.
I
No,
was like,
it's-
that
it's-
sounded mad homophobic for a second. I was like, oh, of course you'd be offended.
Hold on. I didn't get that second.
Well,
I
of
thing.
course,
meant I missed it.
Like, yeah, she's got like this, this upbringing that's like very,
Yeah.
traditional
I-
or whatever.
I
so.
didn't get that second
Yeah.
take. I'm sorry. If you want to just do that
Oh
one
no.
more time.
Okay. Yeah. Try one more time.
Okay. Going in 3, 2, 1, action.
I like boys. I like boys.
Okay. Got it.
Good. All right. So let's move on to the next bit. Looks like my lawyer told me, D'Antonia.
Yes. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Is she kind of let down by this? Or is this just factual information that she's relieved by because it means she stays where she is?
I think she's regretting. I think she's regretting making this decision
Okay.
in a way, and like she's sort of, I don't know, maybe her subconscious is trying to get her out.
Okay. That makes sense. It feels like an echo of the wait, I'm here and there's there's people doing this still. It feels like an echo of that. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's so much conflict here in your, like, internally for you, because you want to be loyal to your sister, but you're fucking scared. You're fucking terrified.
Okay.
I think also this right here is kind of like you kind of shake yourself at like what you were doing earlier. You were kind of deflecting, right?
Yeah.
You were kind of disassociating and deflecting by talking about how handsome Thomas Austin was, completely non sequitur,
Yep.
right? So I want to hear her snap out of it before she starts this line.
Okay.
Okay. You guys good to go?
Good to go.
All right. Going in 3, 2, 1, action.
My lawyer told me that I will not be able to have a new trial. That the judge was unwilling to throw out my confession. Is that something you can help with? I do not belong here.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I can help you. But I will tell you this. If you can give me information that helps me figure out who is taking children like they... If you can give me information that helps me figure out who is taking children like you used to, I will put in a good word with the judge.
I don't know if I can help anyone. My appeal was denied.
Oh, cut. Sorry. My bad. I was looking at that as if it was his next line. She talked about stuff. Okay, got it. So that's where we're gonna cut for the next take as well. Okay. D'Antonia, when you say I do not belong here, try it you feel like you've already established a rapport with the detective.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Fair,
And you're
yeah.
you get it right. You know, like you're
I do not belong here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And disassociate for this last line.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's try again, guys.
All right. Good to go. Recording in 3, 2, 1, action.
My lawyer told me that I will not be able to have a new trial. That the judge was unwilling to throw out my confession. Is that something you can help me with? I do not belong here.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I can help you. But I will tell you this. If you can give me information that helps me figure out who is taking children like you used to, I will put in a good word with the judge.
I don't know if I can help anyone. My appeal was denied.
Cut. Fucking excellent. You guys are giving me chills. Whew. All right. Let's move on to... Okay, so let's come up with something for Ridley to say here. Because basically what's happening is...
the tape is
they're
gonna keep
talking
going.
over. Wait, he taps
here's-
his cell phone to
here's
pause.
something.
Wait a minute. He pauses it.
Oh.
And then he restarts it before he's done talking.
Taps his cell phone to
Wait,
stop
what?
the video. I thought they were watching on a TV. Didn't
Yeah, it's the TV is he's casting it to the TV.
Oh,
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, Grandpa,
Remember he has
come
that
on,
great-
get with the
Remember he has
2000s.
the
yeah, but I mean, come on, like this trope. Like, how old is this trope? And here we are, like now using modern technology, and like an age-old trope. That's always the TV on wheels, and it's like it's big, massive tube television.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
Like they
remember he
wheel
has
in
the
With a
boomer moment
VCR.
at the
Elementary
beginning
school.
of the scene.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, so let's maybe do some okay, so the video's going to start before the end of this line that we see in the script, right? He hits the play button and is still talking to Austin. Kind of like, just casually just starts it up. And then you see it bleeds out the end of that sentence. So let's come up with something else. Maybe just Ridley. Maybe you just ad lib.
I was thinking actually that Ridley gets up and says, "I'll be right back," or something like that, like where he needs to consult with somebody. So he leaves for a bit, and it's just D'Antonia hanging out in the room, just kind of like.
It's only going to be 5 or 10 seconds, though.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'll be right
So
back.
maybe
I'm back.
It
maybe
also
something
looks like
about-
he fast forwards right here too. It
Does
says another tap. He basically summarizes another tap or two on the phone screen. Conversation
Gotcha.
resumes. It looks
That's a
like
good
he
point.
summarizes for a minute. Yeah.
That's a good point. So,
Oh.
all right, let's just come up with what he's saying here. Is there anything else you can tell me about that?
So she talked around stuff for a while, asked me about other books she loves, fantasy mostly. There's a part at the end I want to show you. Yeah, so he's okay.
I think it actually does play. I think you're right, and I was wrong. It does play after he's done talking. So if you just say the line, we can cut it off there.
Sure, okay.
Yeah. So and it doesn't even matter what you're saying. Just, is there anything else you can tell me about that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Ready to record?
Ready.
Okay. Going in 3, 2, 1, action.
Let's move on. The next thing I want to ask you about is your childhood. Would you be willing to share something about what that was like?
Sorry. Cut. Where
is that?
So I think you improvised something.
I was just saying a line, right? I was just saying right?
Right, but then
Sorry.
But then you need to continue on. You need to continue on to just all we need is
I see.
anything else because the video is just going to
can you
start
tell me
right
about
there.
that?
Yeah, that's it. That's all we need. So just say the beginning of that sentence so that it doesn't sound unnatural.
1 second. Though, just like me, New York to Washington State, though I think his new home is a little... Yeah, I never told anyone else about the poems. Okay. Yeah. All right, here we go.
All right, sorry. One more time.
Okay. Recording in 3, 2, 1, action.
Christmas, Easter, New Year's. Poetry. What else could you tell me about that?
I never told anyone else about the poems, except for Detective Austin. He told me he didn't like my poems, but I didn't believe him. After all, the handsome detective moved across the country just like me. New York to Washington State. Though I think his new home is likely nicer than mine.
Good. Cut. All right. Let's do one more. I want to hear a giggle that's terrifyingly inhuman.
Fair.
Let's try that.
Absolutely.
Okay. Going in 3, 2, 1, action.
There were passages written on these bags based on different holidays: Christmas, Easter, New Year's. What else can you tell me about that?
Oh, I never told anyone else about the poems, except for Detective Austin. He told me he didn't like my poems. He told me he didn't like my poems. But I didn't believe him. After all, the handsome detective moved across the country, just like me. New York to Washington State. Though I think his new home is likely nicer than mine.
Cut. That's excellent. That's excellent. Guys, I don't know. I feel really good about this. You want to do just one more run of that last one and we can call it?
Sure.
Sure.
All right.
Okay. Going in 3, 2, 1, action.
On the bags, there were passages relating to Easter, Christmas, New Year's, holidays. What else can you tell me about that?
I never told anyone else about the poems, except for Detective Austin. He told me he didn't like my poems, but I didn't believe him. After all, the handsome detective moved across the country, just like me. New York to Washington State. Though I think his new home is likely nicer than mine.
Cut. Fuck yeah, guys. All right. I think that's a wrap for tonight.
Really specific comment, Andy. That third ha, like it was the ha, 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 ha. It like hit this note of like, I'm in pain, help me. And then zagged back, and I was like, ooh, that's nice. That's really good. That was perfect.
Yeah,
Man, those
good.
ending ha notes. I don't know if anybody has ever. I don't know if you guys run into that too. When you're trying to laugh at somebody else, that ending ha, man, that makes all the difference. That ending
It
ha
does.
sets
Yeah,
the tone for the
it
next
does.
part of it. You got to get that
Absolutely.
ending ha.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's how most people
dynamic.
fail at fake laughs is by failing the
Oh, yeah.
very end.
Yep.
Right? It has to
Yep.
have momentum and discharge. You know, it can't.
Yeah.
It
You
does.
can't
It's
just
got to
peter
sound.
out.
It's got to have that explosion. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's my
Yeah,
favorite.
yeah.
I love
well,
Lilith's laugh. Is in the chat.
who's Lilith? Is that from? Wait, is that?
I have no idea. I think they
Oh.
were
Lilith's laugh.
they were talking about from what's it called?
Wandering in.
From Diablo is the one I thought, because Lilith has
Oh.
a creepy ass laugh in Diablo.
Ah,
But they may be
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about another one. It's not a character that
Maybe.
I've done. I don't think I've had.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay.
wait.
All right.
I mean, Elia does go by Lilith, but I don't think that's who they're talking about. But I think they're talking about Diablo, I would imagine. But who knows?
The Asian
I would
Jerry,
agree, if that's who
Azarin.
you're
Oh,
talking
Azarin
Azarin
Healer.
Healer.
Oh, it is Azarin Healer. It's Elia. Yep. Okay, there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
Elia. It is. Guy, that I didn't realize that was the equation. I'm glad you like it.
Thanks, the Asian Jerry.
Thank you.
All right. Well, you guys did a fantastic job tonight. Thank you so much. We're gonna call it for tonight. But let's see, Andy, when do we have our next one? It's
28th, I
you, me, and
believe.
Annie.
I think so. I think it's the three of us, and it's 8 in the morning on the 28th, I believe.
Okay. We don't have to stream that one if you don't want to.
No, I'll be a big girl and put makeup on at 8
Okay.
in the morning. I know adults do that all the fucking time, but I don't like it. It's too early.
Okay. All right. So I think now what is our schedule for that? Because I think that we do need to schedule something else that's just you and me for the 2 chapters that you narrate as Mary.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
But we'll figure that out later. But what was the Andy and Annie day? We're looking at
The
schedule
28th
here.
at 8 a.m. Eastern, so 7
28th is
Central. I think.
Tuesday?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, cool. So if you guys want more Andy streaming, if you want to get up at the ass crack of dawn and watch us, we're going to be doing that at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central on Tuesday. And Annie will be with us. And then Monday, what is our schedule for Monday?
Monday's the 27th.
Yep.
5 p.m. Central as Jeff and Tiana.
Okay, so me and Tiana Camacho, Monday night. So yeah, that's another stream. If you guys want to catch it, please do. Subscribe to the channel. Watch the notifications. Andy, Justin, Rich, thank you guys so much for coming on a Saturday night to get this work done.
Thank you, dude.
And we'll see you again soon.
All right.
This was awesome.
Bye,
Thanks for
everybody.
having me,
Bye, everybody.
guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.